Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So today's video, I'm looking at some feedback that I've received from my, I think my last two videos. The one that I titled "How This Is How You Beat a Legendary Mission." That video was intended for beginners who may have just needed a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of direction on how to beat legendary missions or where they can start from. Now, I got a lot of feedback from that video, and a lot of people in the comment section just telling me that they don't need you don't need a tank or a shield in a legendary mission. But I know that you probably, or whoever has been saying that, is probably in the camp of people who say, in our groups, we don't use a tank because we don't feel it's necessary. And I can understand, because that is a play style that a lot of people have adopted. And so that's the case. Now, there are videos online where people have done like the legendary missions, all 5 directives, and they've beaten this, legendary in like under 30 minutes. There's a video here actually on YouTube here. It's just a small video. DM8 is the name of the YouTube channel. You can check it out. They probably stream too. And this group of people did it in, basically 23 minutes, if not less. And they had all 4 directives on. So basically a bunch of DPS builds, one crowd control. If you notice, this person here is rocking technician, so they're probably the crowd control in the team. If you look at the composition of the team, and if you look at the builds, you do see a pulse. This person is probably adding damage, and you see a blinder, and this person has I think a jammer pulse. So this person is probably providing the crowd control and support for the team, while the others are just doing DPS. Hey, makes sense to me. But then you also come on YouTube and see another small division, video here, a small channel with somebody who, this is XX Sergeant Killer XX or something. They did this mission solo by themselves, and they ran through the entire mission and then beat it in a space of 2 hours and 30 minutes. So what does this tell me? This tells me what everybody knows, that there are different play styles and different preferences within the game. If you wanted to beat this mission solo or any legendary solo, my aim is more people will lean towards doing the shield build, because they probably do not have the time for a wipe and then a reset. So a shield is going to be able to provide them a lot more tankiness. And even though their DPS is going to be minimal, they can still work their way through the missions and beat them. And so I think what we are in a discussion of right now is just a discussion of, play styles and all that stuff. And then, the damage builds and the firefly and all that stuff, they work very well for these enemy NPCs, because apparently the blind keeps them under a status effect if it's very strong. The fire, they can run all over the place, but with the blind, they can't see, so they can't, they usually cannot shoot. But it goes without saying that I think as a division community, it's interesting to see how we all play. I think what this video revealed more to me anyways was for me to kind of see how a lot of people play, and then also see that I play a very minority, segment of this game. It's because it's just my style. And that's why you don't see me, if you look on my channel, you're not going to see the best DPS build or the 100. I don't make videos like that, because once I see a video like that, I go the opposite end of the spectrum to start making builds that are just, very different and away from that. And I think there is a side of the community that we can appreciate, what everybody else is able to bring to the table. If I run into a legendary mission right now, I'm telling you, if I run in with my tank build and I see that nobody has a DPS build, I'll slap on my DPS build. I have it on me. It's sitting there in my backpack. It's not in the stash. Like I'll swap immediately to that M1A madness and start doing chop, 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 chopping away armor from enemy NPCs, and if we have a bunch of DPS folks, I have a build to go with it. If we have different, if I have 2 DPS people, I can probably run my artillery turret build. Very nice build. I have one with hardwired. It does a good job. It's a magic build in my opinion anyways. Sometimes I have it paired up with a healer type build where I can do damage and heal the team as long as they stay in my AoE. I'm not going to be shooting, chem launcher heals at people because I can't aim or whatever. So I think it's an interesting discussion. I think we should keep that discussion going. More people I encourage to share how they play their legendary missions, how they play their missions as well, because some people value the time spent. Some people preferably will not be fans of taking long to do those missions. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos that actually attest to this, which is somebody who did a District Union Legendary and did it in 2 hours and 24 minutes. They did it solo. And there are groups who've done it this long. I've done a legendary mission in 2 hours and 24 minutes with a group. And then there's another team who did all 5 directives on, and they did it basically in 30 minutes. So if you contrast this, what you see is a diversity of play styles, a diversity of how people approach the game. And I think it speaks volumes. I think it speaks volumes to against actually the narrative that a lot of people have put in this game that there is no build diversity. Well, what we're seeing is that's actually not the case. And what I'm seeing is that actually it's actually, the fact that there are diverse ways people play. Now, many people may lean towards playing in the most effective way, but that doesn't mean that people have gutted out the ways that are also viable within the game. So this is basically my video. I wanted you guys to respond in the comment section, because the more we continue to open the floor for these conversations, the more new players are able to learn and become more competent. Because trust me, even though you may have a team of people you run with, there might be a day you might have to take on somebody that is, just in a matchmade setting. And to be honest, it will be very nice for you to just do a pickup game and have a competent player play, alongside you guys. A lot of people have said people have to have competent builds. I agree, but another thing too is people have to have competent skills at the game. You might hand a DPS, to somebody like me who cannot hit a shot for a lick, who cannot hit a headshot consistently, and I'm not going to perform as well as some other people who are better shots than me. I'm better off using the artillery turret, not just because, I like it, but because I can't shoot, guys. I use a mouse and a keyboard. Like, I don't think buying me a $90 mouse will even save me at this point. It's that bad. Some of you have watched my gameplay videos. I think it was somebody who asked me and said it was my... wasn't the survivalist specialization, the crossbow. I fired 6 shots at the same target and missed every single one of them. And he asked me, dude, what's going on? I was like, bro, this is my life. This is my struggle. So a semi-automatic targeting skill like the artillery turret is just good for me, or a shield where I can stand there and, shoot many rounds from my pistol infinitely, because your sidearm has infinite ammo. That's also better for me as well. So I guess, like I said, let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, hit the sub button. We talk about this game and we highlight as much as we can in the entire game's, system and all of that good stuff. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.